Hello, everyone. Welcome to Stella Schutz TV channel. Today, I'm going to talk about this information that came to my life and is a very important information from the universe to all of us in the world. Because if it was such important information for myself, it is also going to be important information for many. And now I'm going to share a story on how this information came to my life. And it explains a lot of things that happens in my childhood that it is very important to find out. Otherwise, I was going to be in a state of uniqueness. We all, each one of us, are very unique. There is no one that's like the other. But when I was a child, I felt like I was different. I was lots different than the others. And I always wanted to know why this happened, what that happened. I'm a very curious person. And I'm guided now as I meditate daily. I I I'm more sensitive of this intuition, of this voice that guides us. We all have, but if we live such a busy life and we don't go within us and listen to the silence, you cannot hear it. It's too busy mind, like they say, monkey mind, too busy. And I'm gonna share what happened now with you guys. Another day, I had a headache in my right part of my head, my right brain. And I don't have headaches daily or often. It comes, is very rare. But every time I have is in my right side. So I was thinking a month ago, this headache came. And I woke up with a headache. And I went to work. I'm a massage therapist at the present moment for since 2001. So I went to work and that headache, and I was thinking, why my headache is always on my right brain? And as I'm curious, that thought kept on my mind. And guess what? Every time you do a question to the universe, you are guided to answers. The answers can come in book that you choose to read, in a video that you choose to watch, in a person that comes to your life, and in a magazine that you read something. And then these answers comes like this. And that day when I did why this headache comes in my right brain. So when I got home after work, I was guided to watch videos on YouTube. I find a lot of my answers on YouTube. So I went to YouTube and I typed like right brain formation, right brain. And when I type a right brain, it sends me a lot of videos about the right brain. So I start to watch some videos and understand a little bit about left brain that governs our right side of our body, and the right brain governs the left side of movements in the body. And I'm watching three videos. After three videos, I found another video that was an interview with this young doctor called Dr. Christina Magoo. And it spells like Christina, Christina, and Magoo, Mcgough. I'm gonna add a link underneath of this video with the interview so you can understand in a doctor language. I don't have a doctor language, and my English is a Brazilian English. I never went to school to learn proper English. My English is like from a lot of reading and living at the around English language. And then I was guided to this video, and many things was explained to me how when I was a child I felt so different. She talks about that there is some human, some child, some people that they are right brain learner. And the majority of people at the time I was a child was left brain learners. And I was the minority. I was like the 10% of the people. So I grew up in a left brain teachings when I was a right brain learner. And what she explains, this video was downloaded 6 months ago. And she talks about the 6 months ago that nowadays 60% of the kids are right brain learner. So it's growing now. And that right brain learner is a different way to teach. And in school, as I was in right brain, I felt out of place, and I couldn't really understand or had any interest into what they were teaching. But that's why they were teaching as a left brain learner. And she says that when we get to home and we show our parents that grades that weren't good, right? And the parents get frustrated, we get frustrated, and we are very sensitive emotionally too. And then every time that we get this frustration, we shut down emotionally. So imagine how many times I shut myself down emotionally. So this was building inside of me, like my shadows, my heaviness. And she says out another trait of the right brain learner is watch magazines from the end to the beginning. I was that kid. If you have to read a book, we always read the end first, and then we start to read. Or sometimes when I read just the end and I already read the beginning, I already know, I don't know, something tells me what's going on in the middle. This when I was a kid. And that we are very easily distracted. Today, for me to do this video here, I do a lot of meditations that it empower my mind and my conscious, but I still have some traits that it doesn't really change, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, because some things we can change. And I'm very easily distracted, and we learn the way we learn. We like to see the whole picture first. So we see the whole picture and then we break down. And for the left brainers or different teaching, you go building until you reach the big picture. So imagining how this information was so important in my life when, as a child, I already could feel I was different. But, and like everybody else too, could see that I was different. My teachers, my parents, probably the people that, was around me. But there is an explanation why. I was a right brain learner in a left brain world. Imagining how this is important. So I don't feel like separation anymore. I just feel like we all have, different ways to learn, left brain and right brain. And now everything explains, because the right brain are people that is very creative. And I felt like with all these shutdowns we have in life, because being so sensitive, this creativity kind of gets blocked. And then we got a hold of some information like this. We start to expand, and we start to unblock when we start to meditate and do a lot of natural healings. We is like an onion that it start to peel layer by layer by layer until we get to some type of purification. So I'm gonna add the videos under this video, the link. So is the name is Right Brain Part 1, and then has the Right Brain Part 2. This interview with Dr. Christina Magoo. It explains a lot of things and in my life. It is kind of miracle when you get a hold of some information like this. I'm here in this, I create, I say we, right? We create this TV channel so I can share with you many types of natural healing. Natural healings that I myself went through. And what happened, what can happen with you. But everybody's experience is different, is unique. But the information on how to get to these knowledges of healing is very important to share, because it can save someone's life, or you can spend someone's life. And if you are here watching this video, you were guided with your intuition to receive this information, and much more that I'm going to start to share in the present moment now, that's all we have. And thanks so much for being here. I love sending kisses like this. And much love and gratitude. Gratitude. I see you in the next video. Bye bye.